Hello beautiful Pisces and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and I do readings for Pisces. So here we go. We did the Five of Hearts this morning and now we have the Mentor card coming in at 48. And I like the fact that it's come in at 3, if you 12, 3. Yeah. Like I said, there's an at odds feeling with these readings today and probably all week, like there's a distortion somehow that's coming in. For some of you, I feel there's a lot of it is like really finally disconnecting with a part of you from the past. Okay, the way things were done, presets, if you want to call them. It's almost like it is almost like you are finally discarding everything that you had put into place that felt like cement in your life. And it's really now, life is asking you to be innovative in the way that you do things and the way you see things. And it could even be like having people come in and, throw comments at you that before, like even on this channel here, throw comments, people who randomly come in, throw like really disparaging and dumb comments about things, and you get mad about it, and now all I see is, oh, well, that person really doesn't know anything about me. That person didn't take the time to have a conversation with me, to know who I am and what I do, right? They make assumptions. And assumptions are, again, something that you can really throw yourself into. I mean, how many things have caused pain because of assumptions? Wars, fights, conflicts. It's got a word in it that I like too, assumption. So, just, it really makes me ponder. And have I done it? Have I assumed things of people? And how do I change that? Okay? So yeah, if the comments like rude, I just make them disappear. Hide block, and I love this setting on YouTube. Oh my God. I love it. Part of me is going, yes, I will never see you again. And that's perfect. However, after that, instead of just being miffed or annoyed by another, clueless of who I am person coming in and being judgmental, then I can take the comment and really say, okay, was that constructive? Was that mean? Was that assumption? And then I do it and do more with it, right? So in this case, the assumption person is a mentor in my life, are they not, right? They come in to teach me something. That's my definition of mentor, right? So it's funny because mentor is somebody you look up to, but maybe I should look up to these people who are teaching me that there is always a better way. Suddenly, my heartbreaks become my blessings. And I feel that's what they're saying here. Okay, so we're going to look further into this. Thank you to everybody who comes back, who enjoys this channel. The perceptions, the chit-chat. And if you're here and you enjoy me, well, I enjoy you too wholeheartedly. And I thank you. I thank you for all your support. I thank everybody who's also joined the memberships on Patreon and here on YouTube. They're both the same. You get an extra video every Friday. The only difference is Patreon, you'll get an email when the videos show up. Not only would it let you know when the videos every day show up, it also lets you know Friday. The reason that I put the normal videos on Patreon is because I think if you look at it on desktop, there's a lot less ads. So there's a perk, right? And I do it for my Patreon members. Otherwise, I wouldn't post it on Patreon except for the extra video. But in here, if you do it here as well, all you have to do is your join button will turn into a see perks. And as soon as you press on it, you're going to see all the videos that I post every Friday. You'll have access to it. Okay? They're unlisted except for you. Call of the Muse. There's an interesting one, so I'm going to actually, I'm going to have to look here. Call of the Muse. There's a light-hearted energy that comes with this card. I feel that instead of having to deal with the heartbreaks, you're just kind of taking it in stride, right? It's a creative expression, right? Being the flow of creativity, tuning into inspiration, allowing creativity without self-conscious, or being attacked either, because sometimes when things happen, like, you feel pain and heartbreak, you deal with that, and you feel, I would say even smited or hurt personally by it, but sometimes there's more to it. There's your reaction to it, how that person actually is, or what they have to teach you. There's a lot coming in with all of that, right? And that's a lot of creativity. Why do you think that the best love songs are written by people who've suffered a broken heart? Look at that creativity that came through. Absolutely, right? They're saying also writing, journaling, so all of this helps. But also you might want to look at people who have been there before. Okay, don't dismiss the mentor, the other mentor, not the one who's caused you the pain, but the mentor, the older person, the person who has suffered the smites or the stuff that you've created, right? So you're calling in the muse because of the experiences you've had. You're letting them become a creative force for you. Okay? When you feel the call of the muse, you are being invited to create, to be the artist choreographing your life, serving on behalf of the great artist, the divine source. Yeah, I love this. While the process feels intensely personal, your ego and self-identification are ironically the most unnecessary parts of the equation. So when you feel smited, that's ego, right? You're attacking me, the me, right? And what you should be thinking about is the we collective, okay? And that comes from Wayne Dyer, the we collective, by the way. While you might think you own the magic of your creativity, you can truly say that you're the source of the inspiration. I love that. Just as the genius needs to partner with your intellect, so does too the muse need to open your heart and let magic flow through your intuition and emotions. Stop seeing yourself as the center of the process and instead see yourself as a partner in a creative dance. A partner with the mentors, the people who come in to teach you about heartache, about heartbreak, right? Oh, I like that. Other times you observe from the sidelines. Sometimes you might be inside the music, but sometimes you're in the sidelines, watching it all flow from an unknown yet deeply intimate source. So it's inviting you to be a channel, to allow the creativity to flow through you. Right, so there you go, Pisces. This sounds great. So I would like to thank the person who put in the nasty comment for contributing to this beautiful reading. Thank you so much. Your assumption contributed. I won't say what was said, but it was false. And really made me think, what made them assume that? By the little to nothing they know about me. Interesting. Interesting. So thank you for being a mentor, for teaching me that from your, 1 minute of thoughtlessness gave me a lot to ponder. Very nice. Very nice. So, I highly suggest to try today, Pisces. Okay, so you have the two voices that came in reverse, which is okay with me. That's the delay. That's the being stuck, right? Yeah. The Queen of Emotions, that's psychic ability. The Page of Materials, learning. And the Two of Materials. So you go from being stuck to being adaptable. I love all the roses coming in again. Gorgeous. That Five of Emotions keeps coming in reverse. Interesting. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful Pisces. And there's that Two of Wands sneaking in under the deck again. Yeah, it's been wanting to be here all week, the contemplation. So you're in a contemplative move. It's okay, Pisces. We're all trying to go, Even I was this morning with this, right? I'm contemplating. How does this? Now, I have work to do after this reading. I'm going to have to contemplate that assumption thing that I was talking about. And I journal. That helps me. Because our minds really are, as we called it in French, retient bien. It's like our ability to hold on to thoughts. It fails us, right? Because we're processing so much. So journaling, even videoing yourself. You could actually, if you're not much into journaling, but you can just put up a camera and start talking to it and keep all of those. You can review them later, right? Or just recording your voice. That's another way of doing it. We have so much technology and ability to save our knowledge. And I don't know, just review it if we need to, right? And even at that, you never know. Somebody might review what you've done. They might find those treasures later on, and it might be just at the time in their lives that they need them. I always like that. That's what I think about my journals. One day somebody will find them and have great haha moments. You have the Queen of Emotions. You have the Two of Voices in reverse. You have the Page of Materials, which is brand new learnings. It's being transferred. It's a card of innovation for this week. I feel it's like taking something that exists and innovating into something brand new. It's beautiful. I love it. It's like absorbing things. You're in a great state of absorption for expansion. It's beautiful. Absorption to expand. The Two of Materials showing how you're juggling this. How you're making it happen for yourself. How exciting. The Five of Emotions. The Five of, it's right here, right? This is the same card. But now it's being turned in a different direction. Why? Because you're taking it in as something different. You're no longer trying to patch up these hearts. You're seeing them as more pieces, more in the basket. This is crack things open, let you see things that you hadn't seen before. There's more room in a broken heart, right? There's more room to shine light through it. There's so many sayings like that, and they all apply, I feel, at this point. You have the Four of Pentacles, showing a control over things. But in this case, in this card, especially if you look at it, she doesn't look much like that. She looks like she's juggling again. And I feel that she's gone from juggling this to juggling even more. She's getting really, really good at it. And it's because balance was restored, right? You're putting a new balance. You're not all one way or the other. You're kind of just patiently just weighing everything. Learning from the mentors who mean you well, and learning from the mentors who, you know, just are, well, they probably don't think they're mentors, but they are. Everybody's got something to teach you, okay? Being inspired by everything, to use it all up. It's like not wasting the opportunity of anything that's being brought into you. And to boldly go. I mean, in this one, she's sitting right on the Lion in the Strength card. Like, yeah, I'm riding the courage all the way. To the bank, to the heart, to the soul, to whatever's important to you right now. You're riding it, okay? And the Nine of Emotions, it's fulfillment and gratitude. That's, you know, she's literally floating in the air, above water. And yeah, she's got diamonds around her. Is this not the Nine of Pentacles, or is it the Nine of Water? I have no idea. It's beautiful, though. It's beautiful. That's being very rich, being happy, fulfilled. You can choose to stay in a negative self-feeling. You can see people, mentors, as people not to listen to, right? You can see bad comments as going, they don't know what they're talking about, and you completely dismiss them and throw them out in the lawn. But before you do that, Pisces, before you dismiss anything, take it as an opportunity to not assume that, okay? I'm going to say just don't assume things anymore. Because people who assume things, if they do it to you and then you return it back, you assume to know this person, or assume to know where that comment's come from, or their insecurities, or their whatever you want to call it, okay? If you assume things, then you're no better than them. You're not looking deeper. And I'm not saying stay there forever, especially if somebody's being an antagonist to you. Don't try to be their friends if you don't want to. That's not necessary. What is necessary for you is to stay open to everything and take it all as an opportunity to grow. What would be the best? Okay, I'm going to give you the simplest of examples. The teacher who has told you all your life that you are not going to amount to anything. You're just a lazy so-and-so. Put your head on the desk. You won't understand anything. We've all heard of the story of this teacher. And this student remembers this teacher, carries that all of their lives, and then goes beyond and above that teacher, the teacher's salary, the teacher's success, the happiness, and becomes a whole and rounded person. This teacher may not even remember half of the students that she said that to, and may not even care. But her mentorship was needed. And that person carried that strength. Looked beyond what this teacher said and going, I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to study more. I'm going to look further. I'm not going to be what this person says I am. Their assumption of me, of what I'm going to become. I'm going to become more. And maybe at the beginning it becomes something of a revenge, or I'm going to prove to you. But in the end, the only person who's really rewarded is you. Now, if you could take that negativity, although that negativity probably drove that person into something better, in the end, if you could turn it around and say thank you, it was exactly the kick in the butt that I needed to get to where I wanted to go. You have utilized the mentor's energy to get you to where you needed. So never dismiss anything. Never dismiss anything, Pisces. All right, so I've talked enough for today. I feel like I've just talked and talked and talked and talked for these readings anyway. But it's great. It's great. I'm learning a lot. I hope you're learning a lot too. I hope it's helping you. Hey, anything that helps you feel happier, even when there's an assumption person in the room, is a good thing, right? All right. Love, light, and blessings. As always, tomorrow is the day of magic. We're going to look at how special and magical you really are this week, Pisces. Thank you so much for being with me. I really enjoy having you here and your support. Always. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful. Never take you for granted. Take care now.